I'm Jordan Belfort, and this is Sales School. All right, short message from my number one sponsor, NetSuite. Here's the deal. If you're a business owner, you don't need them, NetSuite, to tell you it's tough to run a business, because it is, right? We all know that. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. They're the world's number one cloud-based business system. They give you the visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. You want to join over 24,000 companies using NetSuite right now. So schedule a free product tour now at netsuite.com/school. That's netsuite.com/school. I'm loving this new format here where I can follow straight line certification. For those of you who are not on it, these are still great. I strongly suggest you get on the program. I'm telling you, you just check out the reviews. I mean, people are going crazy for a good reason, because it took me 2 years and a couple $1 million to create this. And this is just the beginning of our journey, all right? Let's pick up where we left off here. We're on module number 1, end of lesson 2, beginning of lesson 3, somewhere around there, right? And I mentioned, about the importance of logical certainty, right? But don't forget here the other counterpart, right? Which is your emotional certainty. Now, these are things that I'm gonna go through ad nauseum. With emotional certainty, we get to tonality and in looping. Much later modules. Looping is one of the later modules, right? But for now, so you can start acting on this stuff right now, what I want you to understand is this. Just remember that how you say what you say imparts emotion. It transfers emotion to the person that you're speaking to. And you must never forget that logical certainty by itself. The logical mind, you know what the logical mind says? Wow, it sounds great. Let me think about it. That's what the logical brain always does. In order to get it to say yes to buy now, we must layer on our emotional certainty, right? And it starts with that first 10. That first 10, meaning they must absolutely, positively love your product, right? Now, in the lesson, I gave you a really in-depth explanation of, what it really means to have that first 10 at a high level, what someone sounds like, right? What someone sounds like. But what I want you to focus on right now is a little bit different side of this equation here. Is that when you enter the sales encounter, right? Just remember, it's very easy to get caught up in this slowly descending level of outward certainty that you portray to your clients, because you keep selling the same product again and again and again and again. So what happens is, after your 3,000th time saying something, you lose the certainty that you once felt. Not inside, but you become habituated. You kind of tone down your enthusiasm because you start feeling I keep saying the same words. How can I sound as excited? You have to. You cannot afford to lose that enthusiasm, that excitement, that certainty, because they're hearing it for the first time. Listen, all I can tell you, one takeaway from this module, the most important one of this lesson, is that unless you establish the first 10, nothing else matters. Nothing matters. We must get the prospect to this ultra high level of logical certainty for the first 10. Have to. Everything else depends on that because of this idea of positive intent. People don't buy things that they think will make their life worse. They just don't. They buy things that will make their life better because they think they'll make their life better. That doesn't always end up being the case. But we act from positive intent. You must take the time to make an airtight, logical case, and don't blow past it if you hadn't. And again, of course, we go through this, this is again looping. See, I lay the foundation here for all this stuff, and it all comes together in looping, right? When you're executing and, you're out there doing what you do, right? But don't forget now, it starts with these building blocks. Focus on this. Don't this is not like, addition or subtraction or long division in 4th grade. We said, screw it, that's boring shit. You must learn how to make your airtight logic. Okay, so I want you to study this, go through your exercises, and make sure if for these next 3 months, when you're on this, the program is eternal. It keeps going after this, right? You keep getting daily motivations, right? The point is that while you're on this, you gotta give this your all. Make this as an investment in you. You invested the dollars, fair enough. The dollars weren't that much, right? What you also need to do is invest your own mental energy in you. And I promise if you do that, you will get the result. So go out there, kick butt today. Seriously, work harder than you've ever worked. Just start your role to get better every day, and we'll talk again tomorrow.